Podcast, and we're here for a special discussion of
Yes.
HBOs The Watchmen.
The Watchmen.
Watch a man.
The Watchman.
That's a Jamaican version.
Yeah, so we doing episodes 1, 2, and 3. We're discussing all 3 for y'all, man. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out live on YouTube, man. We here. I'm in the T-Dot. Akil is in North Carolina, and we do this shit for y'all. It's a little special thing. It's a little special edition thing we're gonna start doing some more of, just to give y'all some, some more topics, some visuals.
Indeed. All right. I got the trailer for the newest promo, so we're gonna talk about the previous episodes and where we see the series going in the future. So let's start with this promo and move from there. Alrighty. Yeah, there you go.
Hi,
You're Lady True.
I sure am.
True.
Legacy is in blood.
Who is that?
The first wonder of the New World.
What can I do you for?
He hid it in his closet.
Looks like we have ourselves a reckoning.
Are we loaded, Mr. Phillips? Yes. On my mark, Mr. Katz. 3, 2, 1. Away! Phenomenal.
It's a trailer right there. All right. Check our podcast out. No. Don't worry about this.
No.
Yeah, man. So this show has been very interesting. Started off with a lot of mystery the first episode, and a lot of interesting history.
Yeah, alternate history too at sometimes, but
Yeah,
most of it's history. The stuff with Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's the burning of Black Wall Street. That actually did happen. A lot of people do not know about that. It's a disservice that what they do with African American history. Like, we get the month of February and they talk about the same 5 topics. They're like, all right, Martin Luther King. We'll hit you with a couple inventors, people that did the stop sign. The stoplight, Peanuts, Rosa Parks. But they don't go into the rich history of the Moors or the kings and queens of Africa, or the stuff like Black Wall Street, where we were trying to, they keep saying black people need to pull yourself out by our bootstraps. There were times where we were doing that, and then white supremacy came and burnt that down, and they try to erase that. And I'm glad that this show puts a magnifying glass on that.
Yeah, and I found it so interesting that out of all shows, this is the show to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's this is the black show I didn't know I wanted or needed.
It feels like I'm skeptical also, because they check all the dots of the HBO hit shows of The Sopranos and the Game of Thrones, the King's dead. Who's gonna be the next leader of the group? Box checked. We need women are the new thing that that women empowerment.
Yeah.
Leader.
Features female. Damn.
Black actors. We got that too. Box checked. You know what I mean? So it's are they just checking off boxes? Is this a scientifically put together show that they're taking a remix of the Watchmen comic book and creating something? Or is this going to be something actually really dope? We still got a lot of episodes to go. I think, what is it, 9 episodes?
9 episodes, which I think is a nice, close, cohesive number. It's not 13. It's not 8. I think 9 is a good number to have.
And the first 2 episodes had so much mystery. The third one started to actually you could see what's clarity. It was more clear of what they're trying to do. So I feel like the first 2 were amazing introductions to this world and what's happening. And it's pretty interesting. It's very interesting that it's in our time, but it's futuristic to a way that is not in our world. It's like an alternate world. You know what I mean? It's pretty dope.
Yeah, they have some technological advancements, with the paparazzis with the flying suits. Yep. But then they don't have cell phones, but they still have pagers.
Yeah. So it's very interesting the way that it's the world took a turn in some time in the back of it alternated from ours, and maybe it was the war. I have a feeling it was when the Germans were trying to tell the Black Americans, why are you on their side? And the Black Americans in the real world were like, yeah, it's true. Why are we? I have a feeling that was a time when things changed.
That's a true thing that happened in our real world as well.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying in the real world, they actually saw the letter and they disregarded it. But in this one, I feel like a lot of them created like a secret group of people, or some sort of town to.
Well, the other thing that like really sparked some of the flame of you have the 7 Cavalry. That's like the white supremacy group. Now, what happened in this world is that the Black people, they got their reparations through the actor Robert Redford. Remember in Civil War, that actor?
Yeah.
He ended up being the president in this universe, and he gave Black people reparations. So they're called the Redford reparations.
Okay. So then that's why they have like the power, like the way that they are. Like, okay, that's dope. Because
there's white people that are poor and disenfranchised, and they're like, you got these Black bastards that got reparations. I want my money. Because they show you like the 7 Cavalry, they all live in trailer parks. They're all these like poor, disenfranchised, possible Trump supporters who joined the group of the 7 Cavalry, which basically take the words of Rorschach. Because if you go back and like read the comics, like Rorschach, he's a conservative, but he's not racist. Like he always talks about like the whores and the this and the that. And he looks down on society because his mom was a prostitute, and he just seen like the underbelly of that world, the ugliness of that world. And they take those words and they misconstrued that into racism, kind of like what white supremacy do with the Bible.
Oh yeah. Now it had a dope scene in episode 2 when it was a character who was talking and he was narrating the story as if I was like, Rorschach, it's fucking Rorschach.
Oh, you're talking about Looking Glass?
It started off with the dude who had the muscle man, the Russian looking bald guy on his back, and that's the
Red
original.
Scar.
Yeah, is it not Red Scar? Red Scar is the one who went to the trailer park, right?
Red Scar is the Russian looking dude, and Looking Glass is like the poor man's Rorschach with the condom on his face with the like. No.
I'm talking about the show that they have where it's true.
Oh, the what's his name? The hangman looking guy. What's his name?
Well, when he was narrating, that sounded like it was Rorschach narrating that.
Rorschach, okay.
Yeah, Rorschach narrating that part. So I was like, what the hell? And like, that was very interesting. That was a very serious like opening of what is really going on in the story. That scene to me stood out so much.
Hooded Justice is his name.
Hooded Justice.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that Hooded Justice is the dude in the wheelchair, the old black guy, and he's they did the check of the blood, and he's the grandfather of Regina.
Sister Knight.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's pretty dope the way that they're building things in this world, in this story. I don't know how many seasons they're going for, but geez, I hope they don't do too many and stretch it out, because what they're working with right now is they're doing something very interesting. The amount of interest they're building, the characters, the actors are doing a phenomenal job. You want to talk about anything before we talk about the actors?
Yeah, we can talk about the moment where they introduce Silk Spectre as Laura Blake, where she's not a costume hero anymore. She's an FBI agent, and they're stopping vigilantes.
Episode 3.
They did a really dope job with episode 3. That it's not just the 7 Cavalry that they're after. They're after anybody in a costume.
Yeah, they cleaned Batman up real quick in that scene, eh?
Oh yeah, Batman didn't stand a chance, bro.
And they even were like, yeah, we're trying to stop all these rich white boys from just running wild on the streets. I was like, oh shit, yeah, Batman for sure.
Yeah, so they
took him out in 2 minutes.
And like her character, like you see that she's like stern, but she's still vulnerable, and she still has feelings for Dr. Manhattan, because throughout that episode, she's having a monologue where she's telling him a joke. And let's be honest, he putting them shits in spam. He ain't reading them.
That's the love of his life.
I think he's the love of his life. He cares about him. He always came off as a sociopath. That's why he kind of disconnected himself from the world. And he's like, let me go to Mars and just start my own world, because I can't connect with these people anymore. He was so focused on his job that he would send a duplicate of himself to have sex with her so he could keep continuing doing his work.
Research, yeah.
That's more important to him.
Yeah. Now, who is her father?
The comedian. That's why she took his last name.
Yeah, I found that so interesting and dope that she was in this episode telling jokes, just like her father used to do. You know what I mean? Like, I like the way it has the characters who they give Shining, like it's an Easter egg to like the old characters, pay homage to them. Like even with the comedian, the actor who was hung in the end of the first episode, it was very comedian-ish the way that he had a secret like life and like he, you know what I mean? Like all that type of stuff, and he dead and they had to figure it out. I liked all the Easter eggs with the eggs before they beat the eggs. It looked like happy
face.
Yeah, with the blood on the eye. It had a lot of little symbolism like that in the first episode. They're doing a great job, in my opinion. I'm in.
So Jeremy Irons, we find out in the third episode that he's really Ozymandias. Yeah. And that is he stuck on some type of planet or some world, and are these people like clones or robots? I'm trying to figure out who these people are. Why is he killing them off? Is he trying to recreate the experiment? Because it seemed like Russia or some other country is trying to recreate the experiment that created Dr. Manhattan.
I honestly feel like that one that we're watching is a clone, and he's testing himself to see if he's smart enough to get himself off this situation. And he was the one who shot the gun at himself. You know what I mean? That's just kind of what I feel like. He's doing that to himself to make himself smarter.
Or there's theories that he didn't die. He faked his death and then he went and changed his face. Because they said that in episode 3.
In the newspapers and stuff, it showed. They said he was dead and stuff like that. So
he's too smart for that, man. This man can catch a live bullet. That's some smooth shit. He catch a live bullet. Come on, bro. You can just go out like that. You go out on your own terms when you can catch a live bullet.
But that twist didn't really hit me because I figured out he was that.
Yeah, I thought that was known through the promo work. He's always wearing purple and gold. I'm like, you're either Omega Sci-Fi or you're Ozymandias, bro. Like, so take your pick. I know you're not in the black fraternity, so you got to be the Ozymandias dude.
The purple and gold cake that looked like an octopus. Like, I was like, okay, so this is him just trying to figure out like something out. He's like doing a some scientist smart shit. You know what I mean?
Smart shit too. We don't say hypotenuse on this podcast.
That's just what I thought he was doing. I was like, okay, whatever. He's I think he cloned himself and he's up there testing himself to see if he could figure out a theory that he has on that island. He's like, oh shit, I did get it. All right.
That's a good theory. My theory is also that Will Reeves, who we think is Hooded Justice, he has some type of relationship with Dr. Manhattan because he kept saying, like, I got friends in high places. By the end of the episode, Lori Blake, Silk Spectre, she gets the car that Will was in thrown at her, that what seems to be from Mars. So I'm just like, is Will chilling in Mars with Dr. Manhattan? What's going on? There's promos where they show you somebody with a suit and you see like blue skin. So I'm like, are we going to get Dr. Manhattan showing up in the future?
I honestly feel like the town that they're in is a testing ground, a project for like the rest of America. And the guy who is white supremacist, who was her friend, and she's like, oh my God, this guy was like part of the Ku Klux Klan. Her dad, that's his dad's costume. And the other guy who's running for president, his dad was also a KKK guy. So I feel like it's like a whole like project that these people are trying to do to figure out something.
Technically, you are right, because that's the only town where the cops are wearing masks.
Yeah, and it happened in New York, like the whole octopus thing.
Yeah, well, that's not New York. This is set in Louisiana, I believe.
Yeah, but the comic book,
the event happened in New York, but you're seeing that the event is still affecting them because they have squids dropping from the sky.
Yeah, but I just mean like the main thing happened in New York, and this is in another just completely other place. So it's like that's why I was like, this must be like a testing ground, a project of some sort that they were doing, and they want to see where they could take it.
I see it as the events that happened, like in New York years ago, and this is the aftermath and how it affects everywhere in the world. But we're going to narrow down just to this city because this city is really enforcing the protection of police due to the rise of the 7th Cavalry. Now, my question is the 7th Cavalry only in this county or in this area attacking, or are they a worldwide terrorist white supremacy ring? Like alt-right, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I was getting at. Like, because it looks like it's only in this area, and there's superheroes who are still trying to do in other places of America. That's where the bootleg Batman was. Like, he was in the more city area.
Yeah, like he was in LA or something.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, this is like something going on here, and maybe Mandius is on top of all this. Maybe he's behind the whole thing, and he's one of the guys. I don't know where
he's at. I feel like he's entrapped somewhere, and he's trying to get out of it. Maybe by the end of the series, we see somebody pick up the Rorschach moniker, like the real Rorschach. And this is not related to Doomsday Clock, but Doomsday Clock, there's a new Rorschach who's African American, who has the same mannerisms as Rorschach. I'm wondering by the end of this series, are we going to see somebody pick up the Rorschach, the mantle, and become the true Rorschach and get rid of the 7th Cavalry?
I have a feeling that what's his name? Looking Glass might be that guy, man. He seems so weird. That's what I feel.
Yeah, he's very Rorschach-esque. He's weird. He just seems like he just sits at home and eats baked beans.
Yeah,
out of a can or something, just eating beans at home.
Yeah, so I don't know what his loyalty really stands like, because he puts he asks Regina like a bunch of questions, like that's cornering her in. Like, it doesn't seem like he has any real loyalty to anybody.
But when he met up with Lori Blake and she questioned him, like, that mask came off, man. She didn't have no time for the bullshit. He couldn't do his fancy spinning lights. He's like, I just got my light show set up. I don't even get to do any of that. One actor that I feel is underutilized in this show is Yahya Abdul-Mateen, aka Black Manta.
Yeah, he's
just supporting husband, bro. I was expecting him to have like a secret or something going on. He's just there for support.
I think he will. I think he's very, very important to the story, because it's the reason why they're married and they have their friends' kids. They were like a secret society of cops, like a tight knit group, and that friend got killed, and those two survived. The what's the name? I gotta pull up the name. Sorry, the one who was hung at the end there. Who's
Jude Crawford.
Yeah, Jude Crawford.
Played by Don Johnson.
Yeah, so that whole squad had a whole family of people, and Toffer Abar, like that little kid, she's there and she's super smart, like building like bridges of London and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on. So
Toffer Abar.
Yeah, thank you.
He said Toffer.
That's okay.
It's all good.
If I let you rock, but okay, I'll
crack. It's fine. It's all right. I ain't trying to crack. I'm just trying to, before the YouTube comments, these niggas can't read.
Yeah.
How I know this is an alternate universe, they let black people adopt white kids. I was like, that's fiction right there. I knew that was fiction. The only person that got to do that was Michael Jackson, allegedly.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe he didn't have sex with nobody.
Let's go through the actors. What do you think of Regina? How you think she's holding down the show?
She's doing great. I love the scenes where her and Jean Smart, who plays Lori Blake, when they're together, that cattiness. I was like, okay, because Lori Blake has like this big like monologue where she's trying to like go in on Regina King's character, who's a sister knight.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Oh, I know your sister knight." Blah blah blah, just talking, just rambling, and then Regina King's like, "Whoo, I'm scared."
Yeah,
give a shit. What are you about to do with your old ass?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. I was just like, "Ooh, yeah. Y'all ain't about to fight."
I love the scene when the cavalry, the 7th Cavalry or whatever, came through the doors and they're killing everybody. And they were like, it was Christmas night and they were chilling out and everything was romantic. And she's like, someone in the house. And then boom, it's just straight action. And the way she did that scene was phenomenal, man. Like, that was great.
I also like the old man.
Yeah.
Played by Louis Gossett Jr., plays Will Reeves. He does a great job on the show.
Phenomenal job.
To the point where you don't know if he's lying or telling the truth, but you're just happy he's there. Just like, he out here scheming.
No, he does like a great job of like looking like the crazy old man, but he's asking questions to get those answers out of the person to think about what he's going at. He's like, so how did I get to the thing then? And she's like, wait, you got to the thing because of, and he's like, oh, so what are we doing again? You know, like it's like a genius written thing that they're doing with him. Like that scene, I had to go back and watch it again. Like I was like, I gotta watch episode again because this is great. Like he's doing an amazing job. Even from the beginning, he's like, you think I could pick up 10 pounds? Like remember the first? He's
like 110 pounds or something like that. He was saying
150 pounds, and like she was like, what? And when you guys opening? We're still under construction. Okay, I'll wait. I got all day. You know, like I was like, oh, okay. Like it's dope the way they put him in there from the whole time. He's one of my favorite characters. Anytime he's on the screen, I'm like, oh shit, what's he about to do? What's about to happen?
Hot Wheels, bro. He shows up with the wheelchairs.
Yeah. You got the little hoodie, red hoodie on.
That's how Homeboy from Game of Thrones should have been with his wheelchair. He didn't have no swag or personality. This man just dripping with the sauce.
Yeah, he killed it. He's doing a great job in this, man.
I haven't seen that much swag from a wheelchair since Professor X. Brought that shit back. That wheelchair swag. So he's great.
When they about Jude Crawford when they killed him, man, that was violent. The way they described it, Jesus.
Hey man, he may have had it coming, man. I don't know his backstory, but
that's the thing. Like we don't know what's gonna happen next. They could twist this whole thing and make it look like bad on black people. The way they're giving so much love to black culture, they could twist it and be like, black people, you know, like that's what happened.
Complete switcheroo, yeah.
So let's get to another actor. Let me see.
Let's talk about Don Johnson for a second, who plays Jude Crawford.
Okay, cool.
Let's talk about his character. I feel that maybe he was part of 7th Cavalry and he did form this friendship with Regina King's character. Angela Abar. So do you think that like maybe that he was 7th Cavalry and he became like really like good friends and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna start dealing with these people, or you think he was a sleeper agent the whole time?
The painting that he had is of the Indian on the horse, the native on the horse on the side of the horse is. I seen like a YouTube video about that, and then playing both sides. That's what that painting's about, like being able one side to the other. That's why the episode's named after that painting, and it zooms in slowly on the painting. That's what that's all about, and that's basically what he's been doing to keep the peace. I personally think he was like messing with them because that's in his like since he was born, he was probably raised around all that. But then as he grew up, he was raised around Regina and all the other people that he grew up with as police. You know what I mean? So he's playing both sides to keep peace, so nobody kills each other. I think that was kind of his role.
I also love the cleverness of the episodes, like the names, like. The episode where they introduced Lori Blake is called She Was Killed by Space Junk. That's a double entendre because there's literal a car hurled at her from space. Yeah. And then she also had a space penis dildo in the bedroom that could have killed her.
Yeah.
I said, this show too woke for me.
Yeah, it is.
I was like, my brain couldn't handle all these double entendres.
I was like, sometimes the show's doing too much, man. Like, holy shit, but it's great.
Like space junk, huh? We're talking about dildos.
That dildo
was It was, and it had an attachment, like a ball attachment.
Yeah, I was like, what is she about to do with that?
Die? Get killed? That's what it's called. She was killed by space junk. And then, like, what did you do to Dr. Manhattan for him to be that mad to throw a car at you?
How do we know it was Dr. Manhattan?
You think it's the old man?
Yeah, it was the old man squad. They're telling her, get the hell out of town, man. We're trying to do something here.
That's disrespectful to throw a car at somebody.
Yeah. Because I think, okay, the owl dude from the Watchmen show.
Yeah, Night Owl.
He's in jail right now.
Is he?
He's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
He's all the police's technology was from him. Like the owl plane and all that type of stuff. So he probably has something way more advanced. So they think he's in jail, but I think he's up above, maybe running shit with that guy, with the original.
I would call Dr. Manhattan. I'd be like, yo, I'm sick of paying rent. Build me a Mars house.
I don't even think Dr. Manhattan's gonna show up in the show till later on, like maybe
episode 9.
Yeah, or episode 9 or something. I think the war is gonna be back and forth so much that he's gonna show up for a second or something. because this is not him from the movies. This is him from the comics, and he leaves for reasons rather than he agrees with the smartest man in the world. He doesn't get used as a pawn to be the threat to the world, to bring the world together, right? So so his reasoning could be to come and show up to keep the peace. You know what I mean? So
because at the end of the day, they kind of did that event for nothing. It didn't work. There's still racial divide in the country. There's civil war going on in the country. Yeah. Now, there's a lot of backlash with this show because there are a lot of white male nerds who are really into Watchmen. And they watched this show and they got mad and they said, it's too political. It's too black. All right, so first off, the too political thing. If you're saying the Watchmen's too political, you never read the comics ever.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say next. Like, what are you talking about? That's like 50% of this thing.
It's 50. Yeah, they deal with JFK's assassination, deals with Vietnam, all that through the perspective of the comedian. That's in the comics. But the minute they start talking about Black Wall Street on fire, take me out of this.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. I hate the word snowflake, but that's some bitch. That's some bitch behavior right there.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, no, that's soft, and you never know where it's gonna go. You never know how they're gonna twist this yet, so we gotta see what happens.
Exactly. People need to calm down. The same way they're like, as black people and as minorities, we always say, hey, we need more inclusion, blah blah blah. And then when there is a show that has us in there, they're like, nah, we need inclusion too, bro. We're mad. After all these years, we would watch shows where it's just white males, white people. And they might have that one black friend. We have a show that follows a black protagonist that has white friends, and there's different ethnicities, different races, this is different sexual orientations. I think this show does a good representation of like people in general. You're seeing all different breeds. It shows you the melting pot that is America. You have a Russian in there. You have crazy old Looking Glass in there. You have Jeremy Irons. Well, Ozymandias in the comics, he was suspected to be gay. They never came out and told you that he was gay, but they always thought he. Yeah, in the comics, they thought he was.
Okay. Red Scar has not done anything yet, really, except for be a bully.
Except being Russian, he's like, I'm Russian.
Yeah, it's like one-dimensional. He's very one-dimensional right now, which is kind of disappointing. But hopefully, we see some more from him later.
I like Looking Glass. I want to see more about it. But I want to see if he's able to like physically fight people, because it seems like he just beats people down mentally.
Yeah.
Well, he has a racist detector test.
And Crookshanks, she hasn't really done anything. The with the mask, that cop with the mask.
Yeah, she's yelled at people.
Yeah. So I don't know. I want to see more of what they have to offer in the story also.
I also like the perspective with the cops that they show you that I think is a rule that we might need in the real world, but then they show you the flaws to it, where they have to get approval from the police chief to use their weapon. It's like locked and they have to get a code.
I like that too.
But like, if we do that in real life, I could see hackers like, you never getting that code.
Yeah. But hey, might have saved a life.
Yeah, so because we have body cams, but that don't work. You take them shits off.
Yeah, nah, they do. We need something like, I don't know what we need, man. It's a complicated thing. Maybe have somebody else on the camera watching from the car dash, and then if something does happen, they could automatically just pop a shot accurately into the person's leg or something, or shoot their hand accurately. Do you know, like with a mouse and keyboard, some gamer guy could be
in the
Eric.
When you buy a shotgun, the first bullet is like a like one of those fake, like one of those non-lethal shots. By
law, you have to put one of those in, and then you put the lethal one in.
Then you put the lethal one in. So yeah, maybe cops should do that. Like they hit you with a non-lethal, and if you're still wilding, you try to hit them with lethal all the time.
No. I'm just joking. What you're saying is logical. I'm just being sarcastic.
They're like, nah, bro, we ain't beanbagging, bro. We bullets.
Yeah. Wow.
So I'm interested to see where the show goes, to see what they do with the Watchmen lore and further I guess expand that lore. And like you said, they really did adapt all the technology of Night Owl. So I'd like to see if they show him in prison or what happened to his character.
Because they've not shown him yet. They showed all the four mains, but they haven't shown him. So I'm very interested to see where they go with them.
So you think Hooded Justice was a black guy, and he would just put some he would go in whiteface right here, and then put the hood over his face?
What's his granddaughter do when she puts on her mask?
She sprays black over her eyes.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe he did the reverse.
He sprayed white. He went in whiteface.
Let's go, guys.
Put the baby powder on me. So he out here cultural appropriating, bro. He out here in whiteface.
Got the fucking to get hung, the freaking hang.
Yeah, the noose. Yeah.
The noose. Yeah, that's crazy.
And they show you that he was inspired by Bass Reeves, who is a real person.
Oh shit, that's dope.
I'm telling you, all this black history you don't know, but you gotta watch the Watchmen to learn about. Sad.
Shame, man. Yeah, that's a shame.
Damn shame.
Yeah. That was dope. And that's supposed to be like his family member in the show too. Like they're supposed to be related or something like that. So that's really cool, man. It's really, really cool what they're doing with this show.
Yeah, they're integrating history and forgotten history that they don't teach in school. They teach you the same thing. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks Sitton. They might dabble in a little bit of Malcolm X, not a lot, and then they'll teach you about the black man that created the peanut and the black man that created the crossing sign, or not the crossing light, but the crossing light. They're like, that's about it. They don't go into Bass Reeves. They don't go into Black Wall Street. They don't tell you about Marcus Garvey. None of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm really interested to see where this goes. It has 9 writers on this, so it seems like they're gonna. That seems like a lot, but it seems like they're getting it together right now. Yeah,
it doesn't seem like the writers are clashing and it's all over the place. It seems like it's a cohesive story that's tight, in each scene and each episode is means something to the overall picture.
Yep. So I'm excited to see episode 4 this Sunday. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's sad that there's white viewers that stopped watching it, but I think it's a dope show, man. I'm enjoying it more than The Boys.
Wow, it's on the same level to me right now. It's gotta finish right now. The Boys is like the top comic book show I've seen. So
yeah, because it finished strong. Yeah, Watchmen's gonna have to finish strong. If it ends on some doo doo where they're on a boat dancing or something, I'll be like, y'all drop the ball.
Because the production reminds me of True Blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a production team. So that fell apart hard. So I'm hoping this can keep going at this consistent pace that it's going at right now. With 9 episodes and 3 out of the 1/3 so far is knocked out of the park. It seems promising. So I'm excited to see what happens with this next the second chapter of this 3-chapter arc that they're doing here.
But the bad thing about this show is getting bombarded by these racist trolls that are upset, and it lowered the score to the show down to 6.9 due to the fake outreach, and also the viewership has dropped because.
This is supposed to be HBO's next Game of Thrones, next Sopranos, next crown holder of the mantle of the Sunday night show. So. That sucks. If they're looking at numbers from the old school way of looking at numbers, then that's bad. But if they're looking at numbers now where it's like attention's attention and they're talking about it and everybody's going back and forth about this, then they're doing pretty good. Those ratings that they're getting there wouldn't matter, because all that would matter is the people pulling up and talking about it after. That Monday morning at work, talking about this story. That's what really matters.
So after the first episode, and people found out that it follows a black protagonist, the show went down 13% after the premiere. The premiere drew 1.5 million during its 9 p.m. airing, and the show averaged 7,650 100,000 viewers, and it went down. It went down from the night before that had 800,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it went down slightly, 13%. Also, the World Series was on that night too.
Yeah, and it'll go back up. That's not a bad drop. If it dropped 46% or something, then that'd be bad on old terms, old TV terms. But now, I don't know. The internet's a little different. People tune in. Some people like to wait and binge watch up 4 episodes or 6 episodes at a time. It's a different time now. So
it's still holding strong. It's still taking in 1.3 million views.
Game of Thrones wasn't as huge as it was until season 2.
Yeah.
Like the season, people started watching after, and then when what happened in the eight, the last couple episodes, people were all in for the second season. But
because some people don't like the political intrigue, they just want to see dragons and fighting.
yeah, so it's not gonna knock out the park right away. That's how these HBO shows are. The Wire took a lot of people a long time to catch on to that, and then when they did, that's a classic. You know what I mean? So
White people just like season 2 of The Wire. They don't like anything else.
crazy. That's crazy talk.
I'm being real, bro. Like season 2. They love some season 2, bro.
I know a lot of white people, and they did not say that. They're saying the opposite. Season 1.
You're talking to different white people, bro. I'm talking about Jimbo and the crew, Nasty Nate and the boys in the South. Season 2. Season 2.
Tripping.
2. Bless your heart. Yes, bless your heart.
Yeah. Man.
Oh man.
Includes it. What do you think? Anything else you want to add?
Let me see if there's one more topic. Yes, there's one more topic. Zazie Beetz is really campaigning right now to play Storm in the MCU. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. There's a couple actors that pop in my head that I'd rather see.
Man, I'm sick of these light-skinned biracial Storms, man. Give me a brown-skinned Storm, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Sick of it.
Actors I could see in my head. I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but yeah.
The actress from She's All That, I'd rather have her. No, She's Gotta Have It, I'm sorry.
She's Gotta Have It. That's who I was thinking of. I can't remember her name, but she'd be like the best Storm, in my opinion. She got that swag, that confident attitude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. ZZ could just keep playing Domino, man. Just, you good.
Yeah, play Domino, because no, he's joining the MCU, so might as well take you with him. You're the best new character that they had in the Deadpool movie. Because to me, she outshined Cable. Cable's just grumpy Josh Brolin.
Yeah, she did outshine him.
We're talking about DeWanda Wise, who played Nola Darling, and we think she would be a great actress to play.
I honestly believe that, yeah.
Let me show a picture of her since we're on YouTube right now.
And I think her and Lupita acting together would be a good tension, like, because they're both very alpha energy. You know what I mean? So seeing them both interacting with each other would be very great to see on the big screen.
Storm, bro. That's Storm right here. Just right here. That's Storm.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
That's Storm.
I think she would knock it out the park.
So we're talking about Zazie Beetz, and she's a good actress. She's a very capable actress. She's getting that money, though. She's getting that Joker money, which was the number one rated R movie now.
Oh yeah,
highest grossing rated R movie ever. Definitely. Highest grossing superhero movie, because that budget was nothing. They paid like $10 million and made $1 billion off of it.
Hey man, I'm ready to get the 4K for that. I'm ready to buy. So
yeah. She made money off of that. She's making crazy money off of Deadpool.
Hell yeah. And she'll be in, if there's a Deadpool 3, she'll probably be in that.
Yeah.
She'll be, and she can't play every character. Come on.
I know, like, they act like there's only like 7 black actors, and they're like, we're going to keep reusing it. What else can we put Michael B. Jordan in? Like, come on, man. There are other black people out there. You don't have to keep using the same 7 people.
Exactly. Yeah. She'll be all right.
So that's all I got. There's also some Oscar buzz. They're really pushing with Disney. They're really pushing for Captain Marvel.
What?
In Endgame.
What's she doing?
I don't know. They're also pushing for.
It's like kind of the worst thing in Endgame.
So I'll go into this. So let me pull this up. Avengers Endgame Captain Marvel vs. Thanos fight was a last-minute addition. They added that into the film. The film's lengthy battle between the Avengers versus the 2014 Thanos with the Evil Horde has become a topic of endless exploration, like how co-writer Christopher Makis recently admitted to the plot hole involving Captain America using Thor's Mjolnir. Another fact revealed during the Slash film's exploration of massive Endgame war was that Captain Marvel's toe-to-toe fight with the Mad Titan was a last-minute change to the script that they added. The film's editor, Jeff Ford, said that when Captain America arrives, that was in the script from day one, and the way she comes through the ship, we knew she was going to do that. But what we did alter and add was the battle that they had afterwards with Brie Larson. So people are campaigning for Robert Downey Jr. to get an Oscar.
That's what I would think.
For Endgame, he doesn't want to submit. And I don't know if this is internet trolls, but they're like, Brie Larson needs one, baby.
Yeah, I think it's troll, man.
Brie Larson.
That's that troll energy. I see it.
Because they are trying to combat DC's Joker and Joaquin Phoenix performance. And Joaquin got it in the bag, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he put his foot in that role, man.
That man lost 50 pounds. You know how many burgers that man had to turn down? First of all, he's vegan, so he ain't burgered. You know how much fish tacos? That man, how much Impossible burgers he had to turn down?
Yeah.
Drop that 50. I can't even drop 10 pounds. Shit sucks.
It ain't easy. And he did that shit for a movie.
For
us to watch for 2 hours and leave. It's like, what?
And then complain he didn't kill enough people.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, he got that, man.
So.
And yeah, Iron Man don't even want it. He don't care for that. That's because it's kind of bullshit. Awards are bullshit anyways. You know what I mean? But
he's trying to be Dr. Doolittle. That trailer looks stupid. I saw another trailer where he was shining a light and the tiger's like, ooh, there's a light. I was like, come on, RDJ, this is what you doing?
He's on vacation. That's just a little fun he's having.
He's like the rent ain't gonna pay itself. These mortgage bills ain't gonna pay themselves.
It's just a character that he's been always playing mind, and he's like, oh, I could play that Doolittle role and be that character I had an idea in my mind. Okay, cool. Can I do this? And they're all like, cool. Yeah, you want to do another movie? You can do whatever you want. He's kind of weird. He looked kind of weird in that. That looks corny. The movie looks trash.
Look corny, man. Like, yeah. Nah, my Dr. Doolittle is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, he killed it. He's better than the original. I don't even remember the original. I just remember Eddie. Can't wait for Eddie to come back and do that stand-up comedy.
He apologizing too much. I think that comedy might be kind of whack, man. I don't know.
He'll be mad Canadian. Sorry about them jokes in the 80s that you guys laughed at, but you have a conscience now. So I'm sorry about that. I think you might start it off with the sarcasticness like that and tell some stories about him and some old school stories in the 80s and stuff like that. That'd be dope to do. Like I look at the Eddie Murphy special Raw so differently now because he got like 10 kids. I was like, Raw was a way of life for that man. Raw, that wasn't just a comedy special. Like he'd be ready to make love. She's like, you ready? He'd be like, Raw. He whip out that red suit. Like, Raw, you already know. That's it. He was living that to the fullest for sure. Living that Raw life, brother. That was the first YOLO. Before YOLO was a thing, Eddie Murphy was out here yelling Raw. Yep. Got the mic like Dolomite. Hey, Casey, what you doing? Remember Dolomite when the mic was going down? That looked like something else, bro. I'm about to say, oh man, Casey about to get wild with it. And your head is always there, eh? And which head you talking about, boss? Raw. Both. Raw. Pregnant. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do when I do a comedy special. It's gonna be called Pregnant. I'll let y'all know how I roll. We're gonna be like, pregnant? What? Yeah, man, you gonna leave my comedy show pregnant. All right. You gonna lock the door and just bang everything? And now you just can't leave. This is a great show. We're leaving. Like, nah, I ain't say all that. Pregnant. So yes, that concludes this episode of the Bacchanal Podcast. I was gonna say you whip out your dick and the women are like, oh, so this is where the funny part comes in. That's a Louis C.K. joke right there. You saw how well that ended for him. Oh yeah, he's still touring. He's doing great. Man, when you white, you can do shit like that. Just you can't. The thing is, the only time that's comical is when you whip out a small penis. If you whip out a monster, that's an assault. Yeah. You're assaulting people's eyes. You're getting hate mail. Yeah. From the husband, and then you're getting love mail from the wife. Yep, that's an armed weapon, man. No, armed weapon, bro. That's why they be that's why they be shooting us unarmed. Because they know we stay with an extra one. Yeah, man. 3. I saw this thing with this guy who's 27 years old. He can't go. He never had puberty, so he's like 8'11" guy who's never went through puberty. So his face looks like he's 12, but he's just a tall, but nothing under the belt. Grew up.
Girls don't care.
He's like, I never got to hit the cheeks. The
He
doctor.
still hit cheeks, bro. He just gotta act like young M.A. Get that strap, bro. Ooh.
Yeah, that's funny. I'll send it to you on Instagram. Sad, but funny.
Man that never hit puberty.
Yeah, man. The doctor's like, yes, I can confirm you've never under the belt anything, no changes. It's like,
Yeah. So he's
doctor-
8 foot, but he has
poor
a
guy-
baby penis.
yeah, pretty much. No chest hair,
He'd be alright.
no pubic hairs, nothing.
Some girls like that, they might be into some like big baby like kinks. That might be their kink.
Hey,
They dress them up with a diaper,
He should
and
hit
then
up.
you just gotta whip the strap on them.
Yeah.
Ooh, modern solutions, bro, for modern problems, bro.
Yeah, man.
Modern problems come from modern solutions, so that's how you deal with that. That you hit them with that young AMA.
And boom.
Be a good listener. It's a wrap because women want a tall guy. You can get stuff off tall shelves. She gonna feel protected because you're tall.
Yeah. You can take the tires off the car, stuff like that.
And when it comes with the sex, batteries are not included. You gotta buy that.
Yeah, he can get
It's
into
like
movies cheap. He could say he's
It's
a
like an
kid star.
Xbox controller. You gotta get them batteries before you play.
Yeah, it ain't too bad for him. He doesn't have
too bad. Yeah.
no chest hair, no facial hair. You don't got to shave. Hey,
He could sign up. He can make a reality show out of it. Baby Dick.
I think he might.
On Discovery.
He might do it.
I don't blame him, man. And there'll be girls who'll be like, I want you for your personality. And I got my own strap on. You'd be like, there you go.
He was on like Dr. Oz or something like that. One of them
He'd
shows.
be all right. His DMs are probably flooded. Probably a 5'1" woman right now saying, I can't reach the top shelf. I need you in my life. There's somebody out there for everybody. There's a dwarf woman who's just wanting that big man baby love.
Yep. Let me close Instagram. I'm seeing all these jokes my friends are posting to me.
Oh. Because I'm thinking about it, like the way he's built, that's like those predator teachers' dreams. The blonde white women to be sleeping with them little kids, them 13-year-olds.
Yeah, he's about to make a killing.
He's about to flood these streets, bro, because they make it work with them little 13-year-old dicks. You got a whole man right here.
He needs to hit Hollywood, man. All those old guys, old women want to touch up kids. He's like, I look like one, but I'm a man.
Oh, he might have a promising porn career.
Yeah. He's about to hit a lick, bro.
Yo, your future is so bright, bro. He's shining. That's what The Shining was really about. Finding that inner light and glowing on these streets, bro.
Exactly.
Let me be his manager. LD, we call it LD Productions. LD. What's that LD stand for? Little D.
And the D. Oh, you'll find out after you cut the check.
I'd be like, he's tall. He's small. LD Productions. Yes. So yeah, that concludes our Watchmen talk. It started off with the Watchmen and ended with baby penises. So that's how we do things here at the Bacchanal Podcast. All right. Peace.
Peace, everybody.